When I set off this morning, I thought how still it all seemed. Canal water, leaves floating on the surface. We've had weeks of heat now. Days of over 30 degrees. There's very little breeze. You can see right to the bottom of the canal, through the bronze water. The surface of the water, at first a mirror, becomes a shivering skin and slightest breeze. In a month or two, towards the end of summer, this heat keeps up. There'll be algae blooms all across the canal. The stillness in a place like this is a healing in itself. It doesn't impose itself. It just is, and allows you to simply be. We can simply be a reflection here, like the branches over the water. I know every tree. I know where each of the birds has its territory. I know what I'm likely to see and where. At this time of year, everything seems to be at its peak. The air is full of pollen, full of seeds. The grass, no longer green and vivid as it was in the spring. Here, where the woods end and the light opens out onto the fields around, this is where you see the insects and the fish. This is where the echoes stop. People have been walking here on this stretch of canal since the early 19th century. It may be an industrial landscape, but this is a place to come and simply be. Stillness is a dynamic equilibrium, a temporary coming together of interconnected events. There's nothing static about this form of stillness. It's a swarm of processes. One could see it as a temporary balance of opposing forces, which just happen to be moving at the same speed. It's a useful illusion. Dragonflies and damselflies, pond skaters and butterflies, all making the most of what little time they have. Everything is reacting, creating, relating. Nothing can possibly be still. A hovering damselfly, wings in circles, never ceases. Stillness is a transition point where past energies are stored up only to feed the next wave of change. The fish come to the surface when the water's hot. Water is a cipher for time. It's flowing through everything. Even in the soil, even in a summer like this, when everything seems so dry. It's there, flowing. Life in cycles. Trees and sky and water flow. Nothing is ever still in life. It feels so still, and yet it's not. And yet every branch is bouncing, and every leaf is trembling. The sun stills nothing. There is no stillness where there's life.